Time to do an update on Kilmar Abrego Garcia, who you probably have heard have been set free by a judge in Tennessee and was ordered to be returned to Maryland. Yay. Now, the good news is a little bit tempered by it because his lawyers have asked for him to stay in detention. What does that say? That someone would rather be incarcerated or detained rather than be set free and be subject to the punitive, weirdly aggressive, oddly cruel, regime that's in power now. Like they're freaking psycho and insane, all of them. And then Trish McLaughlin, who is the deputy Homeland Security who does the release, was like, he's never walking free. Like, heifer, get a grip. So I digress. The magistrate judge said that the government's case against Kilmar Abrego Garcia was quite weak. As I told you before, if you follow me, this account is JJ Legal. One of the things I do here is I help people understand the various different lawsuits filed against the Trump administration. And one of the things I've told you before is that when Kilmar Abrego Garcia was pulled out of CECOT, one of the things he said is that the very expert prison guards divided up the 22 or so El Salvadorans that came to them with the 238 men, and they took like 12 gang members and put them aside and 7 non-gang members and put them in another cell to separate them. And Kilmar was among the non-gang members. They looked at his tattoos. They said, you're good. So when you hear MAGA or Trump or Noam or Bondi say he has gang tattoos, who do you trust? People who they put people in jail because they said their autism speaks tattoos is gang related. They were just Venezuelan, that's it. Anyway, I digress. So the Tennessee judge said you have the flimsy case. 4 out of the 5 members who had testimony against them that said it was Kilmar are from the same members. A lot of them are criminals. They had no testimony, no evidence, no surveillance, no nothing. It's a flimsy case. She said, all right, you can go free. She set the trial for January 2026, and so you can go free, come back in January 2026. The Trump administration appealed that. The next level, the judge equally said, no, this guy can go free. He's, and Kilmar's lawyers said, nah, keep us in jail because we don't trust the Trump administration because they said that he would never walk free ever. And that as soon as when he gets removed, they're going to send him to another country. On what basis? None. They denied him his due process rights. They accused him of something without evidence. They made him suffer in a prison for 3 months, though, as you follow my account, I always tell you, immigration infractions are civil, not criminal. And then after they do all that stuff, they increasingly torture him. That's what the lawsuit. This man is going to make a lot of money. Our tax dollars on the other side is going to end up paying Kilmar and his family. They're going to be comfortable because the amount of mental torture that the Trump administration has inflicted on him, making him some sort of political pawn. At this point, all they did was turn him into a cultural martyr because a lot of people are looking out for him. There are other folks like Andre Hernandez Romero and then Guriel Midwitz. There are other people that we're looking out for, but Kilmar has been like the linchpin for all of this, for lack of a better word. Anyway, back to the story. So Judge Waverly Crenshaw said that he issued, a bond. He said he can be released from jail. And in the Maryland District Court, or the Federal District Court, Maryland Division, Judge Paula Xinis, she too issued an order. In her order, she said specifically that Kilmar Abrego should be returned to Maryland, but on a non-detainer basis, meaning like he just comes to Maryland under ICE, whatever, because ICE say there's going to they'll prosecute him or whatever. That's fine, but he cannot be detained. She also said specifically, do not detain him. That my order is you do not put him in jail. You do not take him. So I don't know. So he asked Tennessee, say we need 30 days to figure out how to get him released and get him free and protect him from the freaking federal government. Like the man is like, he's set free, but I need protection from the freaking federal government. That's ridiculous. Like that's just insane. This freaking lawless, run by Epstein's best friend who was in and out of the Epstein files, who's like, should not have been president in the first place. Anyway, I digress. Anyway, that's the update for you. I hope that's helpful for you. Each one, teach one. I'll keep you updated and see what happens. All right, take it there, JJ Legal. Get my Know Your Rights tracker. Check out my Know Your Rights card and get my case tracker and join my communities, which I'm going to do, I promise, starting next week Thursday. We're going to do lives. We're going to do office hour lives, so join.